Hey y'all, it's Caramel Love Guru, and today we're getting messages for twin flames out of union. Okay. So we got Lake what lurks beneath. So that's giving that what I'm seeing is like the dark thoughts that you have that lurk beneath. They're putting you in a place where you can't escape. But once you're able to decipher between the negative thoughts and the good thoughts and the thoughts of the devil and the thoughts of, our heavenly God, you're able to divine feminine get the mysteries of women, and for divine masculine get the mysteries of man. You're able to, yes, get spiritual nourishment. Get spiritual nourishment through fighting these negative thoughts. So what I would say is, take those negative thoughts that you have and let's work on changing them into positive thoughts. Maybe when negative thoughts come, you rebuke them, or you just be like, no, like, this isn't the talkings of my Heavenly Father, so I'm not even gonna play in that. And I get 5-5 when I see that. Okay, so maybe you're bounded, maybe you work in this dark energy, which, let me explain to you what I just had happen to me recently. I had a moment where I realized that my mental state was full of the devil and Lucifer. Like, if you hear things, maybe you should ask, what God do you serve? Or who's your God? That kind of helped me decipher between what's God and what's not. So, like, I feel like my mental space was definitely dark, and I was bounded to that. Like, I thought I was talking to God when really the devil was just converting himself, or no, calling himself, not converting, but calling himself God. And whatever I called God, he was taking on that name. So I felt bounded to this negative world, but I honestly feel like I don't need the guidance if it's not of our Heavenly Father. So I just haven't even been listening to the thoughts in my head, or not my thoughts, because I listen to my thoughts and like my thought process and like my stream of consciousness. I feel like that's more God, our Heavenly Father. But I feel like the devil is those intrusive thoughts, those thoughts that kind of have you like, oh, like, what, or you're like remembering old things that happened, or stuff that used to trigger you, or like you're feeling in a down space, like that stream of consciousness, not stream of consciousness, but that intrusive thought. So I feel like you need to go into isolation and which I'm not really good at. I get quality time in the mornings before I start my day, but I don't spend a lot of time in isolation. I usually always have something playing or something going on, so maybe isolation can look like what you want it to look like, as long as it's just you and whatever like else you use to introspect, like journaling or the Bible or anything like that. But like just being with yourself and our Heavenly Father, you'll have vision and inspiration. You'll see the mountains, you'll see the lakes, you'll see the grass, you'll see the restaurants, you'll see the food, you'll see the animals, you'll see everything, and you'll be like, I see this differently. I don't see it the way that everybody else sees it. I don't see it as, oh, it's just a bird. I see it as this bird is soaring somewhere, and this is a message for me to see that wings that I don't have maybe leads me to a place of being, I don't even know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to have a vision where you're able to see things and you're going to get your own meaning out of things. And inspiration. So, like, if you're having issues with creativity or you're feeling blocked at all, I would say you go to our Heavenly Father and you take that isolation. There we go. You take that. See? Oh my goodness, the power of the land. So, like I was saying, like you go, like to the water, or just get out of the house, or just go outside in your backyard, or just go out and walk in your neighborhood, or anything like that. Anything that brings you back to nature and isolation, because the land is powerful. Getting back to nature is going to help you with your creativity, with your vision, with your intuitiveness. Portal to the mystery. Let's pull this card out and get some more on that. The card came out. Where'd it go? Maybe in this time when you get out the house and you find areas and things that you can do to feel more in tune with self and in isolation, it's gonna take you to a portal where you're gonna be like, I don't know where I am, but you're gonna figure out that you're in sacred landscape, which is what I was asking God earlier today. I was like, I want to be in nirvana. Like, I don't want to be in the devil's space. I don't want to be fooled. I don't want to be tricked. I want to be in our Heavenly Father's world. I want to be in our Heavenly Father's spirit. I don't want to have to keep battling and being annoyed with the devil and feeling like I'm fighting against, well, it's not really a fight. It's more like it's just an annoyance. Yeah. But you're going to find out that this portal takes you to maybe your nirvana and returns you back home. Let's see. What does that return you back home have to do with it? yeah, so let's say when you return home from everything, that's when you're gonna have a day where you're gonna have a day where you do all these activities. Like, you get out of the house and you find something and you end up in this mysterious place, or mysterious mental space maybe that takes you to nirvana. I'm just giving examples. I'm not exactly sure what the hidden treasure will be, or what the otherworldly treasure will be, but it could be like finding a gift, like finding out that you have a gift for cards, or finding out that you have a gift for speaking like a psychic, or finding out that you have a gift to tell the difference between what's of God, our Heavenly Father, and what's of the devil. Any type of spiritual gift that you have. It's gonna bring otherworldly treasures. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Our Heavenly Father has to say. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the book for this one because I'm not sure what this one means. There's no map for this particular journey. There's no fixed path, and at certain times in our lives, that might be a good and a necessary thing, because following the paths that others have set for us, the paths that the overculture confines us to, can be the cause of many problems. Those earlier paths might not reflect who we really feel we are. But although we often know that something in our life needs to change, we don't always know what that change should look like. This is a journey then in which we simply leave. We step out of the door, put one foot in front of the other, grit our teeth and walk. We trust in fate or the gods to point us in the right direction. So those otherworldly treasures it might be an awakening, and I see 344, because I was asking God to show me his light and his direction and his faith and his words. And this is saying like what you were doing before was of something else, but now we're taking a journey to find what's of me, to say our Heavenly Father. Right now we're in the wasteland, so it looks like just dark and gloomy and all of that. Anything else? Yep, you're about to let go of that mental space of the devil, and you're gonna rebirth into something of our Heavenly Father. So I was saying earlier in my other reading that creativity was trying to flourish. Look, finding the path. Like I said, like finding the right path, right or left. Which path is of God, which path is of the devil. Like, you're about to be rebirthed into a person who can, and then I see the third eye too. You're about to rebirth into the person who can see the difference between what's of God and what's of the devil. Okay, if you guys would like a $25 reading, let me know. Just wanting to get some more clients and people who want to know about what their twin flame situation is, or who want some self-reflection, or who want to get a little guidance on what to do next, or a problem that they're having, I don't know, a spiritual, a person who has gifts from God, our Heavenly Father, that just see things differently. I'm willing to give out messages from our Heavenly Father that help So yeah, y'all take this message as you wish. Take what resonates and takes what doesn't. Always put a little personal twist into it so that I can maybe speak more of a situation to give you. But have a great day, you guys. I want to see you guys next week. I'm probably going to try to post by Friday. If I don't, it'll be sometime around then. But have a good one, guys.